Today we're gonna continue exploration of monkeydm's race universe. Our today's subjects are feylings, crystalminds and neredesi. Links to the material are in description. Before creating character of unusual race, chat with your DM if it fits his adventure or campaign. So we start off with the feylings. They are tieflings who have spent too much time in the Feywild, so they lost their demonic nature. But still they have some external features left, such as horns. There is no word said if their creature type is humanoid or fey, so work this out with your DM. Feylings mature at the same rate as humans, but live a bit longer. Their size is medium. Walking speed of feylings is 30 feet. They have 60 feet of dark vision. Like the most of fey creatures, feylings tend to chaotic alignment. They know common and infernal or sylvan language. All of the feylings have charisma score increased by 2. Feylings can't be magically put to sleep and have an advantage rolls against charming. Feylings are proficient in nature. There are 4 subraces of feylings: Fey Walker bloodline, White Barrel bloodline, Tongue of Nature bloodline and Cursed Wood bloodline. To learn about all 4, visit monkeydm's Patreon. I have only Fey Walkers and White Barrel bloodlines for you. Feylings who belong to Fey Walkers bloodline have intelligence score increased by 1. Creatures of this bloodline know prestidigitation cantrip. On the 3rd level they can cast Charm Person as a 2nd level spell once a day. On the 5th level they can cast Invisibility spell once a day. For this too, Charisma is a spellcasting ability. Feylings of White Barrel bloodline have intelligence score increased by 1 too. They know Light cantrip. On the 3rd level they can cast Fiery Light as a 2nd level spell. On the 5th level they learn Moonbeam spell. Feylings can cast each of these spells once a day, and Charisma is Feyling's spellcasting ability. Let's hop up towards crystalminds. They came to life somewhere deep in the grounds of the Feywild. These guys are completely different to humans, therefore they are sentient rocks. They don't have pulse, don't need to eat or drink. Haven't happened yet for them to show emotions, just clear mind searching for answers. Crystalminds' creature type is humanoid. Crystalminds came to life fully matured and don't physically age. Their size is medium. Crystalminds' walking speed is 30 feet. Unlike lots of other creatures from the Feywild, crystalminds tend to lawful alignment. Crystalminds know Shard, Common and 1 more language of your choice. They're immune to diseases. Crystalminds' intelligence score is increased by 2. It appears that crystalminds don't have organs responsible for speaking. In order to cast a spell with verbal component, some crystals of their bodies start to vibrate, creating hum-like sound. Crystalminds communicate through telepathy. Unlike creatures in my previous videos, crystalminds must share a language with the other creature. They can speak in this way within 30 feet of themselves with a number of creatures equal to their proficiency bonus at a time. There are 4 subraces of crystalminds: Diamond Shards, Jade Shards, Ruby Shards and Sapphire Shards. You know where you can find all 4 of them. I'm telling you about Diamond and Jade Shards. Diamond crystalminds have constitution score increased by 2. Hardness of a diamond reduces taken, slashing and piercing damage by 1. During a short rest, crystalmind can create a bond with its weapon so it can't be disarmed. Jade ones have wisdom score increased by 1. Once a day, if crystalmind's health drops to 0, but it's not immediately killed, it drops to 1 hit point instead. Jade shards know Spare the Dying cantrip. On 5th level, they learn Gentle Repose spell and can cast it once a day. So now we've made it to Neredesi or Atlantisborn. They're a race of former coastal folk who were doomed to adapt to live underwater in the result of horrific cataclysm. Despite that, they still look very similar to humans. Neredesi rarely get out of the sea, and after their business is dealt with, they go back underwater. Neredesi are humanoids. They usually live about a century. Neredesi size is medium. They have 25 feet of walking speed and 30 feet of swimming speed. Neredesi know common, deep speech and 1 more language of your choice. They're immune to cold and pressure effects of the deep ocean. They have 1 score increased by 2 and 2nd by 1 or increased 3 scores by 1. If a Neredesi is a member of one of the noble families, it has a gold brand. It's something like a tattoo that shows their status and grants access to magical powers. There are 5 Neredesi noble families and 5 gold brands. If neredesi isn't a member of noble family, the brandless trait is applied to it. It grants proficiency in survival skill and advantage for death saves. As I have mentioned, there are 5 noble families. In free access there are 2 of them, and the other 3 are to be found on monkeydm's Patreon. If a neredesi belongs to a luminous veil family, it gains following benefits. They know light cantrip. Their body can shine and transform like a luminous entity. In this form, neredesi emit 15 feet of bright light and 15 more feet of dim light. They also can move through other creatures and objects that aren't thicker than 5 inches, as it was difficult terrain. If they finish their turn inside an object or a creature, they take 1d10 force damage and are pushed into the nearest empty space. Neredesi who belong to Kraken family have following features. They have an advantage rolls against being paralyzed or restrained. They are also resistant to lightning damage. And that's it. That's all for today. See you next week.